Hey, it's your real estate geek, Andrew Finney here. So we're back again with real estate trends, and today we're looking at what buyers want in a house, specifically 6 must-nots and 6 things that you want to have in your house to sell your house. Now, I know that right now in 2017, we're looking at a seller's market, and you may be saying, well, you know, with the lack of inventory, all I got to do is put my home on the market and get it sold, right? Well, not quite that easy. So what we're looking at is that buyers actually have a lot of expectations for their new home that they're going to be buying. So let's round out the list right now with the things that you don't want to have going on with your house, and then we'll give you 6 things that buyers are looking for. So the first thing that buyers aren't looking for in the market right now are multifamily homes. Even though a multifamily home could provide some very tangible benefits and put the buyer into a stronger financial position, that is not something that the average home buyer out there right now is looking to do. And I'll make another video for people and the wisdom of perhaps seeing if buying a multifamily home is right for them. The second thing is a mobile home. Obviously, a lot of people want an attached home, not a mobile home. Mobile homes are great for some folk, but the buyers in the market right now aren't looking for one. The third thing are unusual architectural styles. So if you got that house that's like, we watch those Disney movies, or we watch some of those movies out there, and you got those weird looking houses and everything, yeah, that's not going to be flying with today's buyer, just to let you know. So the fourth thing is, and this is a little bit of a shocker to me personally, is a home office. A home office, even though there are a lot of people telecommute these days, almost a third of people actually work from home nowadays, a home office just isn't all that important to today's home buyer. So that's something that's different than just, 10 years ago when everybody wanted to have their own dedicated space for their home office. The fifth thing is a man cave. Even though man caves are popular among the younger generation and some of the older generations, the average home buyer right now isn't looking for having a man cave. Now, lady caves, that might be a trend that we're talking about next year, so stay tuned and we'll figure that one out. Number 6 is a McMansion. Today's homebuyers are very cognizant of what happened in the collapse of the market, why it happened, overspending on a home, and also the maintenance and upkeep of that home. You got to remember that if you have a millennial in the market right now, that their average age is somewhere between 24 and 35. They saw their parents in the collapse 10 years ago, and they saw everything that they went through, and they're not going to forget that lesson for the rest of their lives. So McMansions are definitely out. They don't need a lot of bedrooms. They don't need a huge home. They don't need a big backyard and everything else. That's not what they're looking for. So let's go into what they are looking for. So the top 6 things that buyers want in a house today is a single family home. They want their own home, their own place, their own plot of land, someplace to call home. The second thing is that they prefer to have a ranch style or contemporary, with roughly, according to Realtor.com, roughly 42% of home buyers in the market right now are actually preferring a ranch style. And that really took flight back in the mid-century with the boom, back what was going on in about the mid-1900s. So that's not something that has waned, and I don't anticipate that ranch styles are going anywhere anytime soon. They're easier to maintain. They can normally have a little bit of a bigger lot, and that's what today's home buyer is looking for there, or a contemporary home. The contemporary homes round out about 28% of all the home buyers in the market right now as well. The third thing that they are looking for are privacy and space for a family. Now, going back to the age of the millennial right now, between 24 and 35, and then even families at 35 to 50, you may have people looking to have their kids, either their first kids, maybe they got or have already started a family, and they want a space for their kids to be able to play, someplace to have barbecue, someplace to enjoy the outdoors, someplace that they can call home and live and make a lot of wonderful memories together. So keep that in mind. And number 4 will come as no surprise to you home sellers, and probably even to you as a home buyer. It's a great kitchen. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to go out and splurge and buy all kinds of stuff for your kitchen, but even updating your kitchen slightly, putting some granite countertops, some Corian, some quartz, updating the cabinets, white, antiqued white, darker woods. Those things normally look really good, and obviously making sure you have a good solid surface floor in there, not linoleum, but perhaps wood, or even better yet, even a tile or a tile wood. Obviously, you get water on the wood in the kitchen, it presents an issue, so be cognizant of that if you're doing that upgrade in your home. Number 5 is that the average buyer is looking for a 3-bedroom home. They don't need those 5-bedroom homes, those 6-bedroom homes. They're looking for 3, and sometimes 4 would be nice, but it really comes down to at least 3. And the 6th thing is 2 bathrooms. So having 2 bathrooms in your home is going to put you in a good position as well. Now, with the bathrooms, they just need a place for the master bedroom and obviously for their guests or their family to use. Now, I know a lot of the buyers that I work with here in Las Vegas, Nevada, I can tell you that that list makes a huge amount of sense. Normally, number one is a family is looking for a single family home, or looking for a single story home if they can get one or find one, with the second story being workable. The other thing that they look for a lot of the times is that backyard. They don't want to be crunched up right on that fence, but they don't want an expansive quarter acre or third of an acre lot either. They just want a place big enough that they can go outside, enjoy with their family and their friends, and do whatever they want to do to hang out and just hang loose. And then yes, a kitchen is very critical, not only to the wife, but to the husband as well. I mean, they spend a lot of time there, and today, you may have the husband cooking dinner for the wife and the wife cooking dinner for the husband, or they cook together just to help each other out and their household. Now, the 3 bedrooms doesn't really surprise me either, but the 2 bathrooms, now, realistically, what I've seen a lot in the market right now with the buyers that I work with is the buyers normally would prefer to have 2.5 bathrooms. They'd want a full bathroom just dedicated to their kids or their family that they have living in the home with them, and they'd also want a really nice one in the master bath, and a half a bath, so a powder room for their guests to come over, so they don't have to go into the kids area or to the master bathroom. So those are things to know. Those are things to keep your mind up out there, because look, if you're looking to sell your home right now, the reality is, if you have a garbage house, it's going to be a garbage house. And I don't mean to be offensive, but if the shoe fits, realistically, wear it. Because if you don't keep your home clean and you don't take care of like obvious damage or obvious things that need to be updated, then you're going to sit on the market for a little while, and that's just being honest with you. Today's buyer is a sophisticated buyer that does a lot of research on their home. They read a lot of blogs, they watch a lot of videos like this one, and they're looking for a home that's essentially turnkey move-in ready. At the same time, a lot of buyers are still in the market that are willing to do the renovations for the right price. So what does that mean to you as a seller? What that means is, if your home is already turnkey move-in ready, it's going to do 2 things. Number 1, it's going to sell quicker, and number 2, it's going to fetch a higher price. Now, you could have the exact same home on the market as one that's sold down the road from you. It could be the exact model match, but if yours isn't as updated and upgraded, don't expect to get that price, and expect to be on the market a bit longer, because that's going to be the fallback option for a lot of buyers out there. Now, if you have any comments about this or questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If you found this video useful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, especially if you learned something new from this, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much, and we'll chat with you again tomorrow.